When humanity survived the Great Flood, it still had some level of spiritual consciousness. When we survived the Great Flood, we still had some level of spiritual consciousness. So we failed to take the physical world seriously. We were thinking more of the spiritual world, and we were not taking this physical world seriously. The spirit knew that it has a higher home in the spiritual world, and it could go there and enjoy bliss after dropping this dense body. It also knew that when it dropped the flesh, it could take a new one and live again in the material world. The spirit knows that. So it failed to see the physical world as the school where it must learn, master, and transform matter in the process of becoming a creative intelligence. This physical world has not been given us for fun. It's supposed to be the area where we must learn so that we can become creative intelligences in the future. The higher beings in charge of humanity, let us not think that humanity is by itself. There are higher beings in charge of us. So those higher beings took some measures to freeze our consciousness of the spiritual worlds just for a while, so that we will take the physical world seriously. We will take the physical world as the only world that there is, and will not be thinking about the spiritual world anymore. One of the key things that they did, the higher beings did, is in terms of the food that was given humanity, especially animal food, so that we begin to lose consciousness of the spiritual worlds. Then at a point in time, alcohol was introduced, and the god of wine, Bacchus, intoxicated humanity to completely forget about the spiritual worlds. In Genesis chapter 9 verse 20, we read about how Noah produced wine and got drunk. And when we're talking about Noah, let us not think of only a single individual being. It goes beyond that. By such means, by the introduction of fleshy food, animal food, and alcohol, humanity focus on the physical world. And to date, many people reject the truth of higher spiritual worlds. It is therefore no coincidence that the first miracle of Christ Jesus is to turn water to wine as a reminder. We can read that from John chapter 2 verse 11. For over thousands of years, the law of rebirth was not publicly taught even in Christendom. It was something that was never taught publicly. Why? 1. Humanity is required to focus attention and subdue the earth. That is our primary work. Subdue the earth. Transform the physical to the spiritual. 2. To avert the mistake that some people might do, knowing about this law of rebirth. They might procrastinate, thinking that they could play truant now or shirk responsibility now in this life, so that in the future they could do better when they come back to rebirth. That is a dangerous position to take, because rebirth is not everlasting. There is an end point to it. At the right time, and as determined by God the Father, there will be no more going and coming. There will be no more rebirth. But nobody can tell when that will happen. So we need to utilize the opportunity that we have now to be in this physical world and having this dense body. We are saying on this platform that although rebirth is a fact of life, no one should shirk responsibility and bank hope on a future rebirth. Let's get the job done now.
Filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all this.